Is Clarity FM really a great way to get paid per minute you're answering calls, or is it a waste of time? My name is Michael and I love testing different ways to make money online, and many viewers have asked me about this platform, and let me just make it clear right away that it is a legit platform. You can potentially earn really good money answering calls, but it is not for everyone. And in this Clarity.fm review, I will give you all the details, show the pros and the cons, and then you can find out if this is the right opportunity for you or not. So let's start by going over who can join, and theoretically you can join from all countries, but as mentioned already, it's not necessarily for everyone, because what Clarity.fm is a platform where you can be an expert and you will potentially earn by taking calls from people that are looking for expert advice. And you can see that described clearly that this can, for example, be entrepreneurs that need some kind of advice. It could be freelancers, things like that just needs like professional advice. So that also means that in general, you should be an expert. I'll show you the type of topics that you can give advice about a little bit later. And the topics you can be expert in, you can see the categories here. These are the ones like the sales and marketing, business there, funding, product and design, technology, skills and management, industries here, and others there. So these are kind of the categories they have. So you need to have some kind of skill within this where you can see that you are actually an expert. Of course, like how much experience and all that, what is an expert, that can always be debated, but depending on your qualifications and your skills and background and all that, you can also set the rate. We'll talk about how much you can actually earn later, but this is just to give you an idea about if this is for you or not. But even if you feel like you're not actually an expert in any of these areas, there are of course ways to actually make a good online business. We'll talk a little bit about other options later in case you think that this might not be for you. But for now, let's focus on Clarity here and about how you would actually earn and how much you potentially can earn. So to get started, the first thing you need to do is to create a profile. It is free to create a profile and use Clarity here, but you can see that you create a profile through LinkedIn, and then you can also go in and add your other things like in your profile and all that. And this is of course very important to do there because people are choosing to hire an expert, so they need to know who you are, of course. There you can then link up to PayPal and set your rate. That's the overall idea. But if we, for example, look at some examples here, what the type of jobs would you be doing? How would it work? You see, these are the profiles that how they would look. If we just look, you see, for example, this person here, he charges more than $8 per minute, and you can go through quite a few people. This one person here, for example, charges more than $10 per minute. You can see what people have done, and that's one thing I would recommend you do is to actually go here and look what how have people filled it out? What are they offering? How much are they describing here? You can see this person has actually had quite a bit of calls there. Write something about his experience here. So this gives you a good idea about what other people are doing, and that can tell you something about whether you can compete with this or not. Of course, when you're first getting started, what is very important is to get good reviews, because you can see the ones that get good reviews, that's how it is on all platforms, like kind of freelance platforms, is that the better reviews you get, the more attention you also get. So you can see, for example, this one, he has 5-star reviews there, 215 reviews. So that means like he has had at least 215 clients, right? And very good reviews, as you can see. So when you're first starting, well, unless you are a famous, well-known expert already, of course, you should probably not start with like $8, $10, $15 or so per minute, but start a little bit lower to build it up, get some good reviews. And then the earning potential is definitely big. But what you also need to consider is that if you don't really have a network already or so, then just creating a profile here, it's basically like most other freelance platforms also, it doesn't guarantee that people will hire you if you don't have any way to promote it elsewhere. So it can become very hard and take a long time before you will actually start building up a reputation. And that's one thing with a platform like this that is a disadvantage that you definitely need to consider. So the best way to start earning quickly on a platform like this is if you already have an audience that might be interested in actually paying for your advice, then this can be an easy way to monetize that. But there will be some fees. I said it's like, of course, free to join, but there are fees, so you also need to consider that. So let's talk about how you will actually get paid and these fees next. So when it comes to getting paid, you can see here that it says that you will get paid via PayPal, and the fees are processed every 15 days. So that means when you get a call, then after 15 days, you will actually get paid for the calls that you have taken here. And to, of course, optimize your earnings, you need to be quite flexible because, if people can't get a hold on you, if you don't reply quickly, then it's very likely they will find another expert. There are plenty of experts here. And then also you can see that they write here that a portion of the fees, they goes to them, because that's how it is in any platform where you can create a profile for free and charge other people, that usually they will take a fee. That's basically what all freelance platforms do. But here they take 15%, as you can see. So that means if you end up earning $100, they will take $15. So I think it's fair enough. Of course, they do need to charge a fee. That, if not, it wouldn't be a business for them. It wouldn't be sustainable. 15% is, of course, fairly high, but not unusual for platforms like this. But it's just something you need to be aware of, because sometimes people don't think about it and then they get disappointed. But now, if you're just aware of it, then you can take that into consideration also with your pricing and everything. So overall, I think Clarity has potential if you are an expert, but mainly if you already have an audience. But even if you already have an audience, and even if you are an expert, then it has some limitations. And the big limitation of something like this is that you need to sit and take calls. So that will always limit the earning potential, because you have to, there's only that many calls you can do in a day, of course. And also you need to be very flexible. So it requires you to be in front of your computer or whatever, maybe your phone or whatever, at certain times, right? So that's another thing to consider. But if you're okay with that, if you have the skills, and especially if you have a way to make aware of your profile yourself, if you have an audience you can send there, then it definitely has quite a decent earning potential. Personally, it's not something that I really want to do, because I want more flexibility, more freedom, to have an online business actually where you're not dependent on sitting there, and where you're not dependent on taking calls at certain times. If that's something you're interested in, whether you are an expert or you're not an expert, then luckily there are actually ways to create a full-time online business. My favorite way to do that is via affiliate marketing. That's where I've seen really great results myself, because you get so much flexibility when you set everything up. Then you can work completely on your own terms. If you're interested in knowing more about the exact steps that I've taken to create a business like that, I'll leave a link below. Then you can go and check out that there. Also, I will leave a link below to a full written review I have of Clarity, just in case you want to see it in writing also. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you. And if it did, make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.